All right. Well, everybody, let's buckle up. Ready for a nice test drive? Seat comfortable? It's Recaro style seating, isn't it? Just kind of sucks you right in. Volkswagen's done a lot of engineering on this new GTI. They're really proud of the GTI and the Golf R are our two most fun vehicles. The Golf R is the GTI on steroids. Once again, it's one of our only vehicles that is imported for us from Germany. Comes from Wolfsburg. 100% German engineering, German design, and build. You'll see right now you have a digital cockpit. You have a digital tachometer now, which is really nice. And a charge pressure gauge for the turbo when you're out there having fun. Because this year, now right here, you're going to see, yep, right there. Exactly. That is the launch mode, the drift mode, and the track mode for our more professional drivers who want to drive one of these. This is the #1 selling sports car in the world since 1998. So it's a really fun car. What you're going to really enjoy when we do, I'm going to do the test drive first, just so that way you kind of see what's going on. So that way you'll know how to drive this car, because I want you to drive this the way it's supposed to be driven. So when we're going down here with the all-wheel drive, it's an amazing vehicle for us. It also has a suspension that is shared with not the Porsche or the Audi divisions. It is specifically built only for the Golf R and for the GTI. One thing too is the turning radius. It's an amazing vehicle. Watch how tight it is right here. What'd you think? And how smooth it is. We're going to go over a speed bump right now too, so you can see how well it handles and takes the speed bumps as well. What you're also going to notice too is basically paddle shifters for convenience, and with the dual clutch direct shift gearbox that Volkswagen's had in existence since 1999 on the vehicles. Everyone's going to this. Even the NASCAR track are starting to use this the dual clutch direct shift gearbox. It's actually faster than a manual transmission and just as fuel efficient. So now you can have your cake and eat it too. Now I'm going to get ready to hit the accelerator just so that way you can see real quick. So lots of shoot handles if you want to use them, but you'll notice too with Volkswagen as being the legendary safest vehicle built in the United States by Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, again, by the National Transportation Safety Administration. I've yet to see any of my customers feel that they actually need to grab for the shoot handles, which are plenty overhead and on the sides. But here we go as we hit the launch mode. What'd you think? So, once again, we're just going to take a speed bump and a curb. How'd that feel in that gutter? It's so smooth right now. It's just seamless. And if you notice too, when we accelerate right now, there is no turbo lag. Four-wheel disc brakes, oversized brakes. They also vented the rotors to decrease heat warp and brake fade at high speeds on very high climates, maybe desert driving and things like that. Now the last thing we're going to do here, it says 15 miles an hour on speed on right here on the corner. I'm not going to ask you to do this because you're not ready yet, but this car here is a car that's meant to take that 15-mile turn that we're going to take up here in just a moment at about 60 or 70. So once again, you're going to have your shoot handles if you want to hold on to them. But with this vehicle, I don't have to worry about it. And you'll see it too. Even though it says 15 miles an hour, I'm going to hit it at about 40 miles an hour. Just so you can kind of see. No torque roll, no body roll, no flag at all. It's just a stable vehicle. Once again, with Volkswagen engineering and Volkswagen safety, it's not only fun, but safe as well. Volkswagen standards are way beyond what the government asked for. for safety on the highway. And that's another reason why we have our legendary safety. And then we're almost back for the test drive. And when we get back, we're going to switch, and you're going to take your place. Now that you know what to expect, and now that I expect you to drive the car just like I did, so you'll know what's going on with this vehicle. Everything's capacitive, so everything basically is static and touch or not touch. You can just wave your hand in front and do things like change radio, volumes, climate control, everything. Volkswagen wants to make sure that you're not distracted as a driver, having to touch things, so you can keep your eye on the road. It's all about safety with Volkswagen, and it always has been. And once again, as we go back, feel that speed bump. And once again, these are pretty good speed bumps here in the auto mall. And you can see how nice it was. No creaking or rattling of the vehicle like some of the cars do. With the suspension that we use, it's basically forged tubular steel on the GTI and the Golf R. So we're going to pull back in here, and then I'm going to switch, and we'll let you take it out. Now what's nice too, I'm going to show you the camera. You heard that little growl. What's nice about Volkswagen, the camera is hidden below the VW emblem on the rear liftgate, which means that this camera cannot even get wet at a car wash, which means you're never going to get that dull film on your camera lens when you're backing up that you see on a lot of vehicles. Are we ready? What do you think?